Hello everybody, it's Lisa Brown, Brown Goes Crafting. Let me show you how I made these into a beautiful little table setting. These were some blocks that I had Jeff cut, and I had him drill me a little hole in the top of each one of them. I base painted them a white, and now we're going over it with some red paint that I made into chalk paint that I bought from Home Depot when it was on sale. You can see these were white with a little bit of black on them. And I'm just giving these a very light touch paint job. I'm not painting them solid at all, but we are going to go in and sand these and make these look very, very vintagey looking. These were 3 different sizes, and I think the top one, the longest one I believe was about 10 inches. The next one was about 8, and I believe the littlest one was about 5.5 to 6 inches. We're going to make sure these are all good and dry because we're going to start sanding these. And I'm just using a 220 grit and just taking off a lot of that paint that's on there and bringing out some of that white and making it look very, very old, almost like an old barnwood. Once we got all of these done, I mean, it put out a lot of paint. I'm taking some Waverly Antique Wax on a brush and just going over it, and you can see where it's darkening in some of those places, and these really look old. I'm going to show you all 3 of them once we get them done. I had a little white candle in there, and I had Jeff out looking for my red ones. He came back with 2, and I had to let him know where there was a 3rd one, so he went and picked it up for me. And we'll show all the red ones in there at the very end. Look how you can see the grain of our wood. And we're just really taking off a lot with a little bit of elbow grease. I love putting antique wax on bare wood after you've sanded it because it does age it quite a bit. Making sure I get the top. And here is the middle one, I believe. I don't think this is a small one, but this I think is a middle one. And we got a little heavy-handed on this one, a little bit darker than the other spots. And I kind of wiped it back just a little bit. You can see I can tell I've got a little bit more on the top than I do anywhere else. Now we're going to put in our little red tea lights. I went and grabbed one of my doilies here, and we're going to grab a little tray here in just a minute and put these on top and show you just how you can use them, or you could just sit them on some doilies and be done with it. But we're going to add some greenery to it. I grabbed this little tray and I put a tablecloth underneath it and my little doilies, and now I'm just going around with it, just some greenery, some poinsettias, some little berries, a little bit of pine cones, and making this just to look like a really cute little table setting. I had to take that off so I could work that piece there down in between. Now we're going to set that on the back. And these were just some little placemats. I said tablecloth, that's a placemat. There, he found my red one. Hope you guys all enjoyed this video tonight. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow.